I was always fascinated by the idea of cyberspace and the science fiction idea of an accessible virtual reality place, along with its endless data and neural networks. An iconic sci-fi example that comes to my mind when I think of cyberspace is Neuromancer, the book by William Gibson, where Case, our infamous anti-hero, can access the Matrix by connecting himself to a computer. Similar to how Neo entered the Matrix almost 20 years ago, only to find out that, well,
he is the one.
But for the first episode of my series, which I call Depthanime, as in exploring the depths of anime, I want to talk to you about the anime that got me thinking about the whole concept of cyberspace. Serial Experiments Lain is an underestimated cyberpunk gem from the late 90s, created by Yoshitoshi Abe. And it is essentially about a teenage girl, Lain, who finds shelter and escape from her dull reality to a virtual place called The Wired. Think of it as an augmented version of Facebook, or perhaps even better, of Second Life. Yeah, that's still a thing. But before we dive into Serial Experiments Lain, let's see one of the most revealing scenes.
ワイヤードとの付き合い。一つだけ忠告しておこう。
え？
ワイヤードはあくまでも情報を伝達し、コミュニケーションするための空間、リアルワールドと混同してはいけない。忠告の意味、わかるかな？
違うよ。
え？
そんなに境界ってきちんとしてないみたいだよ。もうすぐ中に入れるんだよ。フルレンジ、フルモーションで私をメタファライズさせて。
そんなこと、いくら最新でも民生用のナビでは。
できるよ。改造したから。
プッシュ系プロセッサーか。しかし。
心配しないで。私は私だもの。
We can clearly see the distinction between these two characters. On the one hand, we have Lain's dad, who we could say that he embodies the voice of skepticism, expressing the denial of acknowledging a virtual world as part of the real world. He perceives reality as something objective, as something material and factual that cannot be simulated by any kind of software. On the other hand, we could argue that Lain embodies the voice of subjectivity, or more precisely, of virtuality. Perhaps we could better understand the matter with the help of a French philosopher called Paul Virilio. Virilio talks about bodily experiences. To him, reality, factuality, and virtuality are all fundamentally bodily experiences. So when Lain argues that the line between real life and virtual reality isn't that clear, well, she's right. Because when she talks about translating herself in full motion, she means that her whole existence will be in a state where mind and body cannot be separated. Couldn't that consist of her own reality? Now, okay, I get it. It sounds confusing. But remember, we're not looking for a correct answer here. It's not a matter of black or white, but rather a nuanced way to think outside the box. So, let's say that the next time you end up in a conversation, for whatever reason you do that in your free time, about what is reality, think of that. Has reality a standard definition, or does it differ for each and every person? Or is it an in-between thing? Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is my first attempt to create a YouTube video, so I'd love to hear some feedback on the idea, the format, and of course I'm open to suggestions for more anime. Cheers!